The chairman, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, Ekpo Nta, says the anti-graft agency is more interested in crime prevention as opposed to sanctions. Nta, who was in Yenagoa for a one-day Bayelsa State Anti-Corruption Summit, says Nigerians should join in waging the war against graft for the growth of society. Ovietemie George tells us more.
Chairman of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, Ekpo Nta, attended a special Executive Council meeting where the Committee on Certificate Verification and another on pension matters were inaugurated to deal with the recurring decimal of payroll fraud and the need to purge the civil service of corruption. The ICPC boss is already familiar with the fiscal transparency policy of Governor Seriake Dixon.
There was a scoping research that was done 3 or 4 years ago. And I can tell you that this was a research, and this state came up very high in that research. At the end of everybody's tenure, we should be celebrating you to go on to higher political postings within the country and outside.
The Diepriye Alamie Seya Memorial Banquet Hall was the venue for the Bayelsa State Anti-Corruption Summit, where the governor leads the charge as one of the members of the ICPC volunteer corps in the state.
For us here in Bayelsa State, I make bold to say that there is institutional independence in the judiciary. There is no interference from the other two arms of government.
Consensus to support the fight against corruption. A consensus to improve on our systems and institutions and practices. A consensus to strengthen institutions to ensure that we do things better.
We have a leader that started that from day one in 2012 when we came to office, that will never be business as usual.
Ekpo Nta clears the air about the mode of operation of the ICPC in the country.
ICPC is much more involved in prevention of corruption than in sanctions after the act has been done. That is not to say that we are not interested in sanctions. We are very interested in sanctions, and that's the message I brought in here today. And I'm very happy to say that part of the kind of requirements we want under anti-corruption is already being exercised in Bayelsa State. We will help them strengthen the processes.
The Bayelsa State Anti-Corruption Summit is a wake-up call to any corrupt government official or officer in the public service to turn a new leaf or be made to bear the penetrating fangs of the anti-corruption agency. Ovietemie George, TVC News, Yenagoa, Bayelsa State.
You're watching TVC News Hour Nigeria. We'll bring you more stories right after this break, so stay with us.